going on in Los Angeles? What happened? I thought it was a done deal. If you've been following this mayoral election, something has gone very wrong. Last week was the LA mayor election, and the way that it works in California and in LA is a little bit different than the rest of California, but it's like a jungle primary. And so what that means is that the top two vote getters in the election, regardless of party, there's no party affiliation, the top two vote getters, if no candidate gets a majority, if no candidate gets more than 50%, then the top two vote getters face each other in a runoff in the general election in November. If one candidate wins more than half outright, then they become the mayor. And so the way that it was working out last week in this mayor's race is that the incumbent, Karen Bass, did not clear 50%. I think she was in the mid-30s, mid to high 30%. And Spencer Pratt was in second place. He was in, I think, the low 20s, 20, 25%. This is how it was looking on election night. And with 60-some% of the votes counted, those were the top two vote getters. The incumbent, Karen Bass, and Spencer Pratt, this white reality TV star, who is going to clean up the homeless and murder all the criminals and boycott Israel and deport every illegal immigrant and, you know, do all the base things. That's not really true. I'm kind of exaggerating. But this is how it was looking on election night. They had most of the votes counted, and it was going to be Karen Bass and Spencer Pratt in November. And then they started counting the mail-in ballots. And for the past week, they've been adding up the mail-in ballots, and every single new tranche of ballots that they count, literally all the votes are going to this far-left progressive Indian. Her name is NITHYA RAMAN. She just got in the race, polling in single digits. She conceded the race on election night. She's crying, conceding the election. Disaster of a performance. And then just like in 2020, they start counting the mail-in ballots, and all of a sudden, all the mail-in ballots start going to her. And as the days have gone on, she has risen through the ranking, and now she is in second place. And now it looks like she is going to actually be the challenger in the runoff election. She's now in second place. And what's remarkable is that they were counting mail-in ballots before Election Day. And interestingly, all of the mail-in ballots before Election Day, the majority of them were going to Karen Bass, or the plurality, and the next highest number of mail-in ballots were going to Spencer Pratt. All of a sudden, ever since Election Day, now the vast majority of the mail-in ballots are all going to this NITHYA RAMAN. Because you might say, well, maybe she's just favored in the mail-in ballots because the far left votes by mail, and so it's to be expected that she will have this disproportionate representation among the absentee voters, but that's not even the case. Specifically, it is the mail-in ballots that have been received after the election for some reason that favor her far more than the mail-in ballots postmarked for before election night. Very strange.
Oh, this is an amazing hot take from Nick Fuentes, that's for sure. But we have an update. This is going to blow your mind. So they blow Spencer Pratt out of the water and they give it to the first two, RAMAN, and they give it to Karen Bass. Well, let me tell you what's going to happen with Nikki and Karen. Pratt just dropped a video that I've got to show to you.
Now that the campaign portion of my mission to save Los Angeles is coming to a close and I'm moving on to the next, more interesting phase, listen, I've spent a lot of time slaying everybody. I've ridiculed everyone on the roster, and I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take the chance to apologize to absolutely nobody. You think you can get rid of me that easily? I know a lot of dim-witted jerks thought I was in this for a grift, that I was going to roll up and leave town if I didn't get into City Hall.
It's just not fair.
Hey, morons, I didn't get in this for political power. I got in this to expose this corrupt machine, and nothing has changed. You enjoy your worthless meetings in City Hall.
NITHYA, you have all this information. You're running for mayor. Show what you're really about or get out of the race.
I'm going to be lighting you up every single day, and now I don't have to worry about offending CNN viewers. I don't have a campaign laws hamstringing me now. It's war. It's 0 hour for Los Angeles. Angelinos are now stuck with 2 morons responsible for all their problems, and they have to choose between Dumb and Dumber. That's not a choice. That's the machine protecting the machine. And now every problem that plagues Los Angeles because of these 2 corrupt communists is going to accelerate, and the city will tumble headlong into the abyss. You have no idea how many major developers, hoteliers, business owners, entrepreneurs have been texting me saying they're packing up and leaving town. More of your favorite restaurants will be shuttering. That means less tax revenue. That means the city has to cut services, more potholes, less firefighters, less police patrols, more criminals, more drug addicts terrorizing your communities.
And we haven't ended it.
You have no idea how bad things are about to get for this city. Look at this place already. Weeds growing from every crack and crevice, graffiti over every square inch of public space, garbage, drugs, feces, burned up dogs, burned down towns, abandoned storefronts. This city is a mess, and you're about to reward the arsonist who torched the place with 4 more years of destruction?
I know he's very bitter.
My goal hasn't changed. I've been laser focused on stopping these commie animals, and I will stop them. If you think we uncovered a lot of fraud and evil in the campaign, just wait. We have some recordings of one of your exalted candidates doing and saying something that would make her resign in shame. I was saving it for the general election. Go ahead and pick your demon, certify your choice, and then you get to see it. So Karen NITHYA, ask yourself, is it possible that one of your employees may have a recording of you doing or saying something that would force you to resign in disgrace? Hope you sleep well at night over the next 5 months, because you know who hasn't slept well at all for the last 17 months? My mom. All my neighbors in the Palisades, all the moms who worry about their kids walking past drug addicts in front of their schools, all the business owners getting crushed in the LA economy, worried that they can't stay in business and feed their kids. Angelinos have been struggling for years now, all while corrupt politicians and fraudulent NGOs profit off the misery and fleece us for the tax dollars. Well, now we're flipping the script. I want all of you awake at night sweating and worried about 5 a.m. when the FBI blazers bust in the door, breaking open your office, because I assure you, they're coming. You think your election was going to stop me? If you want to stop me,
you're gonna have to kill me!
And so a lot of people are saying clearly the election is rigged. It doesn't make mathematical sense. How could this possibly make any sense? And it just goes to show, it seems like ever since 2020, and probably before that, the elections have always been rigged. In the major cities, in the major states, where the major cities are, and at the national level, it seems like all the elections are rigged. Why did anybody not do anything about this? Wasn't it obvious in 2020 that the elections are rigged? And what do you do with that information? I feel like a lot of people know that 2020 was rigged, and it was. And then because Trump won in 2024, everybody said, oh, okay, I guess that doesn't matter anymore. The problem is solved. This was a big problem I had with Trump in 2024.
Sometimes I think Nick can whine a little bit too much about Trump, frankly. Though he has his opinions and he has a stance on that guy, that's okay with me. The point, though, is that he and I completely see eye to eye on this election fraud. Boy, I'll tell you, California, New York, Arizona, Pennsylvania, Illinois, we've got more fraud going. I mean, Texas, Florida, probably in the South, down in the Panhandle, over the flyover states, on the East Coast, West Coast. I mean, we need to look at this fraud and this election integrity very deeply. So I agree with Fuentes on this point. Trump's not doing enough. Sometimes that's the way that this machine works. I think the guy has done a phenomenal job. I think that he's doing a great job. Keep America first. Let's keep ourselves a sovereign nation. Bring manufacturing back to the United States. Send immigration and immigrants back to wherever they came from. Quit the immigration process altogether. Put a zero on immigration, with the exception of just a few minor exceptions, and get control of this. Stop the fraud. Stop the election the stealing of the elections. This has got to come to an end. Thanks for watching on American News Network. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. That's all we care about. It doesn't cost you a dime. Thanks again.